Rough Edge FM. Irritatingly irresistible internet radio at roughedgefm.com.
Welcome to Magic Talk, the ultimate backstage pass to the world of magic. We dive deep into the art, the craft, and the business behind the illusion. If it's magic, we talk about it. Sometimes. And now, your hosts, master of misdirection and dad jokes, magician James Lantine, purveyor of magical oddities and unpaid family labor, magic shop owner Joshua Lantine, and straight from a suspiciously nearby park bench, the one, the only, Gregory Alexander.
All right, Gregory Alexander is not in the house.
Well, I think he is. He's just invisible.
Now,
He's been working on his new effect.
Somebody stole his park bench.
Oh, that is a problem.
So now he's got nowhere to go.
If it's not suspiciously nearby, how is he supposed to come here?
That's right. It's gone. All right. So we're going to get right to it. We got lots of things to do. We are in the middle of renovating the downstairs. We are almost done. It actually looks like something. It's incredibly exciting. Yes.
Before it looked like nothing. It was a whole heck of a lot of nothing.
I know.
It looked like my room when I was a teenager, actually. It was quite the disaster.
But it actually looks really cool, and I'm excited to be able to do our first real show with it.
Yeah.
But we had our burrow on Sunday.
Yes.
And we had a magician who went to go see somebody in Los Angeles. This somebody was pretty famous, not necessarily maybe outside of the magic world, but definitely inside the magic world. He has a Vegas presence, so he was performing in Vegas. I will leave the casino nameless, so that way.
Kind of gives it away if you go in here.
And what is it? Anonymity?
It's anonymity.
Thank you. Yeah. Something like that.
I think I said that right.
Yeah, I think you did too. Anyway, he so he's performing in a theater in Los Angeles. They're getting, I think $50 to $80 a ticket, somewhere in that range, 50 to 80 for tickets. So it was priced accordingly. And so the first thing that happens is you find out this magician is going to be at this location.
Okay.
And you look up the stuff and you look up the bio and you go, oh, this is really exciting. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. And
lots of hype.
Yeah, lots of hype. So you buy your tickets. So now you're excited about, I'm going to this show. I got my tickets. I'm going to the show. You show up at the venue. Prior to that, you get a text message that says your 7:00 show is starting at 8:00. It's been delayed. So you're like, okay, stuff happens.
Yeah.
We're going at 8. We'll spend a little bit more time at the restaurant. No problem. So you get there at 7:30, expecting you got to get there a little early to get your seats and stuff. And you're standing in line and the doors aren't opening. And you're standing in line and the doors aren't opening. All of a sudden, the doors open at 9:00. So 2 hours later than the original show time, 1 hour later than the, hey, we're going to be starting late time. So now you're kind of pissed off.
Yeah, actually, what is this? Does the person think he's in an 80s rock band or something?
I don't know. But right? I mean, you go there and you're like, okay, this is cool. They're going to be an hour late. No problem. We'll spend some time having dinner. Everything's still cool. Everything is, copacetic.
Yeah, things are excusable up to this point. Up to the point when it's like nobody's going in even after like 2 hours after the original start.
Yeah, so you're waiting in line. And you're thinking, okay, maybe another 5 minutes or so they'll open the doors. The doors don't open. Now 10 minutes goes by. The doors still don't open. Now it's approaching 8:00 and people are going, hey, the show's starting at 8:00. When are we getting in? And then you find out that it's going to be delayed a little bit longer. and then the doors still don't open, and now 8:30 rolls around, and you're still being told that it's being delayed. It will be a little bit longer. And finally at 9 o'clock, the doors open. So you took a person who was excited about getting the tickets, couldn't wait to get there, to now somebody is thoroughly annoyed, and many people are incredibly pissed off.
Yeah, that's gosh, I feel bad after starting our shows. What, like 5-10 minutes late? How do you go to sleep with that in your conscience that you were nearly 3 hours late?
I would love to know what it was that caused them to be over 2 hours late.
Yeah.
So this magician friend of ours,
your entire show just blew up. Literally, not even figuratively, just literally blew up into pieces. And now you have to go and find a new show.
Yeah, did you lose all your equipment and now you're trying to rebuild it all?
Seriously.
So anyway, they check in. The hotel is like, this delay isn't on us. We've had them in here since 8 o'clock this morning. Not sure what's going on, not sure about the delays, but
1 second.
Really, you're gonna leave me talking to myself?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So you got these delays.
Speaking of what was the title of the thing? Delivering what you promised?
Yes.
Somebody is downstairs and I need to deliver what I promised to them.
Oh, who's downstairs?
It is Todd, the husband of our student who is having her birthday on Thursday.
Oh.
And he is picking up her birthday present.
Well, tell Todd to come up on the show.
If he will, yeah.
Okay.
I'll let him know.
All right, we'll talk about his wife. So anyway, so you go there and you now have an audience that is thoroughly annoyed. The hotel is taking no responsibility for it. They are absolutely just, like, we did everything we were supposed to do. They had access since 8 a.m. We don't even know what was causing the delay. So now, again, you take these people who were super excited about it to be on the show, to be, to go and watch. Whoopsie, let me hit the right button there. To go and watch the show, to the entire audience being thoroughly annoyed and thoroughly pissed off. So at that point, what are you left with? You better have one hell of a show. The opening, the lighting, the sound, everything about it in that moment has to be so dynamic that it can rebuild the enthusiasm and the excitement about, hey, we have a guest.
Yes, we do.
So all that enthusiasm and all that excitement has to be built up to such a degree that the audience is going to get one back in. They're going, they're going to be like, okay, I get it. We'll go for it. We're forgiving now because it's so exciting, so dynamic. Talking about the opening of the show, it better be like this major, oh my gosh, kind of thing.
Yes, I think we may have somebody who is our guest may have firsthand
you think
knowledge
so?
On the
why he's been to our shows and he's like totally in favor of it. So hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm good. So welcome to Magic Talk, where we sometimes talk about magic.
Sometimes.
So
sometimes.
Okay, as a husband of a budding magician,
Yes.
are you like thoroughly annoyed with all the magic effects now?
No, I definitely enjoy it. I think that the biggest difference for me is I came in without really any desire to know how the tricks are done, but it's almost impossible to see the same trick 20 times in a row and not figure out, wait a minute, I see what happened. So
you like the mystery.
I'm one of those people who like, don't tell me. And if I can figure it out, I'm like, I hope I didn't.
I
Yeah.
hope that's not the answer.
Yeah, and
it's-
you never get confirmation, so you can live the rest of your life thinking, nah, I probably had it wrong. So,
So
all right.
everyone, this is Todd. This is Heather's husband. Heather is our student who comes here on Wednesdays.
That's right.
So,
And she's
and she's having a birthday,
Yes.
and she's putting on her own birthday magic show.
Yep.
She is, and
Oh,
nobody,
shoot, we just
nobody
gave it
knows
away.
except for you guys, me, and
Oh,
And our
and
entire listening
now anyone
audience.
who's listening. I don't think
well,
it's
I
any.
don't think there's.
Yeah, I don't think it's any of our friends that are. So,
Nice.
so Todd, we were just talking about somebody just recently went to a show in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And they bought their tickets online. It was like between $50 and $80 for the tickets. They bought their tickets online. They go to so they're all excited because the PR and the hype about it is like, oh, it's this Vegas magician coming to LA. Ooh, I can't wait. So during the day of the event, they get a text that says the show's going to start an hour later. So instead of 7, it's going to start at 8. So you're like, okay, we'll go have a little bit longer dinner, right? Enjoy each other. You get there at 7:30, the doors don't open. 7:40, doors don't open. 7:45, you start questioning, hey, the show starts at 8. When are we getting let in? And they're like, well, there's another delay. So now it's going to be 9 o'clock. And so you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting. People are getting annoyed in line. They're yelling at open the doors. And finally at 9 o'clock, you get in. So the show's not starting at 9 because they're just letting people in at 9. At that point, where's your attitude?
Not good. And you know what? When my first thought was, they scheduled another show and they're doing 2 showings. They kicked me to the second show.
Ah,
Oh, so there's some
that would be giving them too much grace.
yeah, I believe so. I was gonna say you're giving some grace with that
Well,
scenario.
that's the business-minded work. How do I get more?
Yeah,
That was rather nice, actually.
It was.
I would be so happy if everyone thought that I was so successful that I had to cram in another show.
well, unfortunately, when they went to complain to the hotel was like, listen, we let these people in at 8 o'clock in the morning. They've had the theater the entire day. We have no idea what the delay is.
Wow.
Yeah. So they were very apologetic. But now you're sitting down in the theater seats and you're probably a tad bit annoyed, right? You've been standing out there for an hour and a half waiting to see this show. You finally get in. What is the one redeeming thing they can do that pulls back that excitement?
They can blow my mind with it.
On the opening, right?
Yeah.
They could give you a good show. I'm assuming that would be the idea.
Yeah, but you gotta get primed for the rest of the show. So you got to have that opening that's going to be like, people are going to be like, okay, this was,
immediately forget
yeah,
else because you're so shocked.
Yeah, this is worth waiting for. Oh my gosh, this was like incredible. And then they come out with a small little close-up trick that's on a camera with a less than desirable opening.
Wow.
So now the audience is like,
what did we buy?
Yeah. So this friend of ours, Heather knows, and it was for his birthday. He went down for his birthday. Yeah. So his wife surprised him with this present.
She thought it was going to be so awesome. She thought, oh, this is great.
Yeah, I
He
can't wait to
loves
take him
magic.
here, going down to LA in a nice theater.
He loves magic. This is going to be amazing.
Yep.
And then
They walked out after
Immediate.
30 minutes of the show. They
Yeah.
actually walked out.
I want to go back to what you said, Jim. There was a thing that Steve Martin said. I think it was in a commercial for that series Masterclass.
Yeah.
And he was talking about stand-up comedy, and he said, the stupidest thing a stand-up comedian can do is walk out to the crowd and go, how's everybody doing tonight? Because it is simply just the thing that everyone else is going to do. You're just basically letting them, you're just coming down to the level of low expectation. How's everyone doing tonight? When he's like, you should come in and just blow their minds with something just off the wall and great. and lock them in so that from minute one they're engaged.
Okay.
The rest of the show can suck as long as the beginning, that one little 5 minutes, that sliver is like, hey, yeah.
So speaking of stand-up, so the Pope lands in Boston. I don't know if you saw this in the news or not, but he flies to Boston.
Okay, just in a joke.
And he gets out, and the limousine driver's there, and the Pope says, man, I've always wanted to drive one of these limousines. Can I drive? And the limousine driver's like, how do you say no to the Pope? I mean, what do you do? And so he let the Pope drive. And they're cruising down the 93, and a state trooper pulls them over, walks up to the limousine, says, license and registration, please. Rolls down the window, hands them the information, looks at it, runs back to his patrol car, calls the chief and says, Chief, I got a problem and I'm not sure what to do. And he said, well, what is it? He said, well, I pulled over somebody really important and I'm not sure how to handle it. And he said, well, who is it? The mayor? And he said, no, bigger than that. And he's like, the governor? And he says, nope, bigger than that. The president? No, I think it's bigger than that. And he said, well, who is it? He says, I don't know, but he's got the Pope for a limousine driver.
So,
Oh, man, we lost.
amazing-
Our listeners just went to zero.
Yeah, right.
Darn.
I appreciate it.
I know. It's it's like, all right, that was the sometimes bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you got to hit them with something big. And if you don't, then they stay in that thoroughly annoyed space.
You've lost them the whole show.
Yeah.
And then the second trick comes and you're like, okay, maybe this will be better. And it doesn't.
Right.
And then your wife, after the second trick, is going, I want to leave. And you're going, but I love magic. Maybe let's just stick around. Maybe, it's going to improve.
He was trying to be respectful. He really was. He was sitting there. You got me this stuff. Let's ride it out and see what happens. And then he goes in to get to through the second trick, go to the third trick, and he's like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah. So after 30 minutes, they walk out. They go up to the hotel management, and the hotel manager gives them the money back.
Yep.
Wow.
Says, we're sorry. This is no reflection on us. Please don't let this be a judgment of our hotel. Here's your money.
He will never work in this town again, basically.
Something like that.
He destroyed his reputation in that town.
Dr. Pepper. Be a pepper. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too?
Today's sponsor.
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
So there is that did happen. Now Heather's not going to be like that.
No.
She's
She's practicing and practicing and practicing.
Yep.
Well, first of all, Heather's not going to start late.
No.
No.
And,
And-
so fed everyone and bought them drinks.
You know what? That's going to be even better. Get them liquored up, and then the magic is amazing.
Oh, magic is always better.
That's why the castle has so many bars in it. It's because the drunker your audience, the more amazing the magic is.
Yeah. What I don't understand is why the hotel didn't just start liquoring them up in line.
Yeah, no, right? Seriously.
Because with a 2-hour delay, they're going to be sufficiently hammered. They're going to probably fall asleep and not even realize that they saw a bad show.
Yeah.
But so one of the
okay.
one of the things I try to remind people is it's one thing if you're going to see your neighborhood magician and it's at a birthday party or something like that. I mean, that's your expectations are you hope it's a good show, but it's not like you're sitting there going, I just paid $80 for this ticket,
right,
and I'm going to this major theater in Los Angeles, and oh my gosh, this is going to be so exciting. And you're going, was that the warm-up act? When's the real magician coming out? Is he? So it's one of the biggest mistakes I think as a performer is if with everybody now, everybody's got video editing capability, everybody's a photographer, everybody's this, that, and they create these unbelievable dynamic videos that are just like you watch it and you go, wow. but that's not their show.
Right. Well, you know, and it's funny. So one of the things that I've really loved about Heather Learning Magic is because I also am a stage performer, but I do music. I play live music.
Oh, okay. And what do you play?
I play bass guitar in a Tool tribute band, and I play guitar in a Pantera tribute band.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So, you know, throughout our relationship, I've always had this sort of an experience that I, you know, like, well, the reason I have to practice so much, the reason we show up early, all these things that it's like, if you don't do it, you don't understand it.
Right.
And so now she's like, okay, now I see why you sit on the couch and play the same thing over and over and over. And over. I actually
Till she's sick of it.
Right.
She can't wait till you stop playing.
She
Now-
mostly tunes it out now. But
Yeah,
at
oh,
least-
good.
But now she's sort of like, oh, I see that. So that's been kind of the boon for me.
It's like,
The other
why
thing-
are you shuffling those cards 40 times?
The ropes, how many knots do you need to?
Yeah.
I know.
Like it's the untying I got to get past. But you know, the storytelling and all the things that she works on that are not just part of the tricks. You know, she spends so much time scripting and re-scripting and
Yeah.
couple. I'm like, that's what I do, just different, and that part's been really cool. And then going back to what you said about the difference between quote unquote the neighborhood musician and the you know the top A list act. Okay, well I'm in a tribute band, so you come see me play. It's $10
Right.
for a ticket. And you go see the band that I'm covering, and it's like $150.
Right.
$200 to see them. And so you do need like, okay, well, people could also just go to the bar where they don't charge money for the band to perform. So I need to do more than the free show.
Right.
Like the Kino doesn't charge cover charge. So how good is the band going to be? Okay, well,
Right. Yeah, and it's kind of like you know, if the expectations are established, and you like for you said as you're a cover band,
Yeah.
So nobody's going to expect you to be as good as the real band,
well, I'm in a tribute band.
tribute band.
So they do expect us to be, and that's where the difference is. A
Yeah.
cover band is a level where it's like we're jack of all trades, master of none. None of these songs are going to sound exactly like the real product. The tribute bands, like I'm wearing costumes, you know, like I wear.
Oh,
a wig,
okay.
Oh, so
you
he's
know.
like he's got to be the real deal then.
I've got to look like. with
But you
enough
still-
liquor, it still feels like I was at the show.
Yeah.
But you still don't have to be quite as good as the real band.
No,
And if you end up being as good as a real band, then people are like, "Oh my god!"
well,
But if you're not 100% like the real band, they're like, "Yeah, it's a tribute band. Oh, they did a really great job. It was great. We loved it. We had
Yeah.
fun."
I know that is the track a lot of bands actually take is to become so good at something that they actually, hey, we're just going to slip some of our own music in now. Or you
Oh,
like us so much, you're coming out watching us, why don't we play some of our songs and then you build a fan base. That's
Yeah.
not really my career trajectory. I'm beyond that. But a lot of bands do go through that trajectory.
Okay.
So, but for us, it's like, no, we really want to put on the kind of experience that you didn't pay $200 for, but you paid for it. And
Right.
so therefore you want to come see us.
And what band do you tribute?
Two of them. One is Tool. It's like a progressive metal band. And the other is Pantera, which is just metal.
I don't-
I know Pantera. I'm not familiar with Tool. He doesn't know any of them.
I can see it on okay.
He knows Aria Speedwagon. And you know.
But there's a
Toto.
pretty big,
Yeah, Toto.
yeah. Well, that would be hard. There's a pretty big tribute scene. It is actually I would say the prevalent thing people want to go see right now amongst cover music. There's not really a lot of just cover bands doing cover things. It's like, here's a Led Zeppelin tribute. And then after the Led Zeppelin tribute, there's going to be a Beatles tribute. And then after that, there's going to be a Fleetwood Mac tribute. And maybe a Pink Floyd tribute. And that'll be like one night. And then another night will be something where it'll be all another genre. And then another night it might be like Taylor Swift and a Katy Perry tribute. And
All right. Well, I got to ask. So if it's metal, you're putting on like a wig with long hair,
for one of the bands I do that.
and are you doing the?
Jumping around. I practice with the wig on and jumping around to have that like performing. That's what he did on live. I'm watching the footage of.
Wow.
So
like,
that is the epitome of you walking down the street and you saying to somebody, "Oh yeah, I like do this head bobbing and jumping up," and they go, "No, don't buy it." And then all of a sudden
they have the hair on right now.
and then I know, and then all of a sudden they see on the stage and they're going like, "Holy crap, that is not the Todd I know."
That is often the response.
I could definitely see
I'm a
that.
rock star. No. They see you do it like, no, that's awesome. That's cool.
But
That's really cool.
You know, and it's going back to, you know, the Heather and the magic is it's getting in character.
Yeah.
So now the costume matters. Now, you know, how you brand yourself, what you're, you know, when you walk on stage, you own it the second you start. Like in our projects, I'm in the same band with the singers in both bands, but the other two guys are different. We practice the songs like with no spaces in between, so that like the timing is like, okay, this is when you will talk to the crowd, and then this one,
Yeah.
the drummer immediately starts the next song. And we're
You stripped out everything, basically.
everything. It's a show. It's
Yeah.
not 12 songs that will, you know, like, oh, what's next, or what do you want to play now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring out the iPad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that is something that, you know, to varying degrees, bands do well and don't do well. And if you put in the work up front, the very first time you take the stage, people will be like, why are they playing here? They should be playing there.
Yeah.
And you continue to level up because you bring the best show you can bring the very first time you perform in front of them.
That is remarkably similar to how we put together the magic stuff.
Right.
Not just
And-
go and pull out a trick after a trick after a trick after a trick, and then expect people to be amazed. They're going to be possibly impressed, but it's not going to be that next level like you were just talking about.
Well,
Where
and
it's
when,
everything's coherent.
when we've gone to the castle and seen the people just like do the table takeovers where they just settle down
Mm-hmm.
and they're on a list and they put their name down and they'll like, I would say 80% of the time they're like, I'm not sure what trick to do next. And they're, you know, it is understandably, It's a cycle of people and certain tricks need more time to set up than others. But you can tell that it's like, it's the lack of coherence is going to let people get up and leave.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
They'll
like,
watch a couple, and then all of a sudden you start to see the room thin out.
yeah, and you're like, okay, cool, because you haven't grabbed them and you don't own them the whole way
Yeah.
through. And if you, even though you know that people are going to cycle through, and even though you know you've got to, you know, you got to share the room, you do know how long you've got.
Right.
It's a 20-minute or whatever long window, and you could just, I'm going to own this as if it was my, you know, my closer.
There are a lot of magicians that will use that space as their like their not their practice space, but it's a little bit more than that. But they're
Okay.
just kind of like, oh, I got this new routine I want to work out. Let me try it out in front of these people.
Yeah, it's a trial.
And
run.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like the castle really shouldn't be necessarily that space.
Yeah.
You know, use something else. Go to the castle. Make sure that, you know, okay, I'm pretty sure I got this polished. I'm pretty sure I got now. Let's go and perform it at the castle. And I didn't get the response I was quite expecting. But at least it's something that you put together. It's polished and it's ready to go. You just want to try it in this high-end environment to see how it really flies.
Yeah, you don't go there to practice. You go there to experiment with your new things.
Right.
Even though
Fully rehearsed and
Yes.
ready to,
Yeah.
it's not like it's I'm still practicing this. It's like, okay, I've got this idea that is I want to see how it plays, and
Mhm.
this is what you do.
And one of the recent magicians you have performed, Mirth.
Yeah.
He was one of the people that when he, you know, did even the side room thing, because the first time I saw him, he was in the close-up room. But after that, I knew him, and you know, he dressed fairly consistently with the
Yes.
and stuff like that. And so
Very good about getting himself into character.
exactly. And so
Yeah.
when I saw him do again, I don't know what you call the rooms, but this sort of
Impromptu.
the impromptu rooms, he did a show. He
Yeah.
would do the show as if it was the whole a performance.
Mhm.
And I'm sure he was inserting, this is a new one I'm going to try and see how this one goes. But it's already part of a routine. Whereas
Yeah.
Right.
a lot of impromptu, it's like, so what does everyone want want to see? A card trick or what?
Yeah.
And it's
Right.
like, it goes right back to like, hey, how's everyone doing today?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Don't do
And
that.
it's kind of the same thing. Like if somebody goes up to you and says, "Play me a song,"
Oh, I hate that.
Right.
Yeah.
More than anything else. I'm like,
yeah. And so it's the difference between playing a song or performing a set.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, that's a good analogy. I'm still trying to picture the hair and the jumping in the butt, but
Threw him for a loop
I'll
there.
send you a text.
Nice.
all right, well, that's going to wrap up our show. Wish Heather a happy birthday. I hope her show goes really well. And thanks for jumping in.
Yeah.
Now that I
Actually, still
understand
very
why.
insightful, even though we were sometimes talking about magic.
Yeah, well, See,
Music's magical.
when I said Josh,
Right.
go ask Todd if he wants to come on, I figured most people would be like, no, I don't want to do that.
Oh, so you were
But
expecting
now
them to
I was
reject
expecting,
me?
yeah, I totally was. But now that I find out that you're a musician and you perform, it's like, oh, okay, so he's got no problem sitting down in front of a mic. So,
I was even looking at myself.
yeah. Anyway, thank you for coming on. Just as a side note, deliver on the expectations that you're providing, and don't just deliver on that expectation, overperform it.
Yeah.
So set a bar that you can overachieve on, so that people, when they come in, they got this expectation, and you blow them away. And so
So I should put the bar on the floor.
yeah, that works.
No, they should go to the bar before they see the bar.
There you go.
Perfect. All right.
Anyways, yes,
Also,
go ahead.
Just want to say, if you are here in the Southern California area, we do have a very exciting lecture happening this month on the 22nd.
February 22nd from 1 to 3 o'clock.
Yeah. If you are here, we are going to have John Bannon.
I know, it's like
as
our first real official lecture.
Well, this year,
Yeah, our first lecturer this year, but I mean, he's like,
Nathan Kranzo was here.
yeah, Nathan Kranzo too. But those out of everybody we've had,
Right,
those
he was
two
like-
are on the map.
Yeah.
So
These they are big one. This is a
Yeah.
really big lecture. Actually, everybody should definitely come down to see it.
I don't know did Heather tell you that she's not going to Spain yet?
Oh, that's right. I don't know if you're supposed to tell him that.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot. Yeah, sorry. You're gonna be going alone. Didn't mean to let that cat out of the bag. Anyways, thank you all for listening. We'll see you all next Tuesday.
This has been a Rough Edge Studios production.